TYT, looks like Anna has stepped out of Rebel headquarters to talk about a new movie starring Will Smith. Now, usually I'm talking about losing 7 pounds during the third hour of the show, but today we're going to talk about a different type of 7 pounds, the new movie with Will Smith and Rosario Dawson. I hope you enjoy.
You know, I mean, there's some fantastic ideas in this film. It's you know, there's an emotional sucker punch at the end of this movie that makes you think about a whole lot of things. The movie's about blackberries. There's a little hint. That's a little hint.
Okay, I'm actually from Reseda, and on the show I'm always talking about how gangster Reseda is. Now tell me.
It's a little gangster. It's a little gangster. And let me say this, the John's there has products that you just wouldn't normally see. They're very sort of ethnic, but I don't know what ethnic. So like pickled items and jars of feet that I don't know what animal it's for. So it's very interesting and very fun.
Okay, we actually ask a lot of entertainers what their thoughts are on politics. So what do you think about Barack Obama's presidency?
I love it, and I voted for him. And I'm excited for the change. I'm excited for the change.
What type of change do you think he's going to bring about?
I think he just brings fresh air. I think it's young, fresh air. I think it's the promise for a biracial kid. It's promise for black folks. You know, like my mother, who remembers sitting on the back of a bus, who remembers drinking out of a whites-only fountain. For her, she never thought this would happen in her lifetime. So I'm happier for her than I am for anyone else. I'm happy for that generation. I'm happy for young folks who came out and voted and feel like I could be a part of the process. So it's just a good process all around.
And I have one more question for you. AP just released a news story saying that part of the African American community doesn't feel that Barack Obama is representative enough of the African American community. What do you think about that?
I don't know who those people are.
Thank you very much.
Everybody has something to say. Let's let the brother do his job.
What are your thoughts on Barack Obama's presidency?
Hail to the black man. Yes. I am like celebrating black men right now.
I know it's a little bad to talk about the president that way, but how sexy is Barack Obama?
Barack Obama is pretty sexy. He's a married man, so I will say that he's a very attractive man. That's all I'm going to say.
We actually have a very sexy president coming into office very, very soon.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I mean, it's like I went to sleep and I woke up and I was in a dream. Like, I didn't feel like, let alone my grandmother, I didn't feel like I was going to see this in my lifetime. So I'm just thrilled.
I'm just happy we have a president that reads.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That actually went to class. You know, I wasn't feeling so strong about like the whole Bush thing and, you know, sort of, you know, like being born into like money and opportunity. I kind of like that our president went to class and like just paid off his student loans. I'm comfortable with that. So I think, you know, meritocracy's back.
If you could grant a wish to any politician out there, who would you grant it to?
Oh, man. You know, I think I would grant a wish to George Bush because I think that he's been a punching bag for the last 8 years. And I think that unfortunately in our political arena, we take a lot of our aggression and our anger out on all our politicians and presidents sometimes that don't necessarily have all the power to call all the shots that we think that they do. But he gets the brunt of all of it. The president, I think it comes down to, you know, he becomes the punching bag. And I think George Bush has done also a lot of good things for our nation, and it'd be nice to see him maybe not get so many shoes thrown at him.
What type of good things do you feel he's done for the nation?
Well, he stepped aside and got Obama elected. No, I'm just kidding. What has he done? Well, I think that unfortunately Iraq and the economy has overshadowed everything that he has been a part of, and so I don't want to go through a laundry list, but what I do think is that presidents often take the brunt of our burdens.
So you'd like to see the media and other politicians step away from him a little bit, back off?
I think a little bit. I think he's probably had enough. I just have seen him age in the last 8 years, and it's got to be a tough job, man. But I mean, I'm so honored to have been able to vote in my first election this year as a new citizen, and the fact that my guy won, I was very, very excited. But I really honestly hope that he doesn't see the same kind of heat that Bush has taken over the last 8 years, because that's got to be a tough job, man.
Definitely tough. And one last question. What do you think about the shoe throwing incident that happened in Iraq?
I was impressed. Thought that was pretty amazing that he was able to get out of the way, man. He's still got the moves. I think it's from his days when he owned the Texas Rangers. You know, he's a He knew how to take a ball.
What have you been working on since The French Prince?
Well, a bunch of things since then, but right now I'm doing a game show for the Game Show Network called Catch 21, and I'm also doing a morning show for them called GSN Live.
What are your thoughts on Barack Obama's presidency?
You know what? It's the day it changed the world. I think that we woke up the next morning and we lived in a different country, and a better country for that.
And one more question. This movie is obviously about granting people wishes, strangers' wishes. If you could grant any politician any wish, who would it be and what would you grant them?
Well, I would grant Obama one wish, and it would be enormous success for him in this country.
And one more question. Who's a beautiful girl with you?
This is Amanda. Amanda Barrett.
J.R. Jackson, the sports correspondent for the Young Turks show, has put you in the top 5 hottest women in the world list. What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome. Thanks. I don't know if it's true, but okay.
Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks show has named you the #1 sexiest woman in the world. What do you think about that?
Wow, really? Wow, that's kind of amazing. You know, that's always the stuff that my mom, my grandmother says, "You're number 43." Like, they get so excited. So that's probably one from my dad. That'll make them feel a little bit better. I don't know what to say about it myself. But thank you.
There you have it, Turks, the TYT first ever movie premiere. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I had a great time talking to Will Smith and Rosario Dawson about the movie 7 Pounds.